Hello everyone, good evening. We're here in this analyze of these games in FIDE Candidates 2026. So let's see with 8 members with 8 candidates with opens candidates here. Okay, so this is a 8 members with listed by open candidates with between by Grandmaster is Pragnananda, the older sister of Vaishali. And second by Grandmaster in Russia is Andrei Esipenko, and also the Grandmaster in China, Wei. And fourth by Grandmaster in Germany is Matthias Blubo. And also the fifth by Grandmaster in USA is Hikaru Nakamura, the wife of Parkashia. And sixth by Grandmaster in Uzbekistan is Jafuskir Sindaro. And seventh by Grandmaster in Netherlands is Anish Giri. And also the team with members with USA with Grandmaster with Fabiano Caruana. So this is a 8 members by listed. So if you champion by this one with open candidates here, would join against with Grandmaster with World Champ is with Gukesh D here within FIDE World Championship. So it means good luck of this one with 8 members leads here. Okay, so this is the games here within round number 1. So I will choose of this one with games. So let's study of this play chess here. Okay, 2 teams USA here within round number 1 here. Without between with Grandmaster in USA is Fabiano Caruana versus Grandmaster in USA is Hikaru Nakamura, the wife of the Live of Iran by Porkashia. So Hikaru Nakamura was live in Japan, so without his family, without idea, we decided Hikaru Nakamura would transfer against the States here. So it means without standard games here, within long game within 2 hours. So it means very long game with the time clocks here with chess clocks. So in this part of this videos with opens candidates here and also having analyze of the standings after round number 1 with FIDE candidates. So white plays Fabi is knight f3, d5 by Nakamura, c4 sacrifice, and also e6. It is called by English opening Angie court defense here. And also g3 by Fabi by next bishop g2 with light square. And also strong d4 with Naka, because this is a strong b4. We'll explain why, because it's called by English opening with push by d4, very strong move here. So it means without main lines here, by first is capture this pawn with sacrifice, and or maybe by knight to f6 here. So this is a 2 types of main lines. Without third with push to d4, new move by strong move here. And also with bishop g2 with Fabi by upcoming by playing next castling here. And also knight c6 with Naka, and also castling with Fabi bishop c5. So it means, so this is a with positional move here. So it is called by reverse anti-Benoni system. So this is a anti-Benoni system. So this is a between with bishops and knights with black pieces to conquers against white pieces. So it is called by reverse anti-Benoni system here. And also pawn e3 with Fabi without idea with threatening the pawns here. So it means, so without idea is pawn to d3. So this is my opinion by examples here with pawn d3. So without e3, without idea with captured with threatening the pawns here. And also knight ge7 by Naka by upcoming by next castling here. And also knight takes captured. So this is a novelty by Fabi of this one by American Pie. So this is a new move. So this is a pie made by States by USA here. So this is a novelty here. So this is the old main lines by 5 taps here with old main lines is captured. Second, pawn to d3. Third, pawn a3. Fourth, pawn b3. And fifth is knight g5. So this is a 5 types here. Without 6 here by new move. So it means knight captured here. So this is a new move. New by American Pie here by Fabi. So this is a knight takes d4. So this is a new move here. By new move by knight takes d4 here. And also knight captured with Naka. and also b4 sacrifice here. So this is a sacrifice by Fabi with threats the bishop. So it means bishop captured Naka, sacrifice here. And continue capture this one with Fabi, castling with Naka. Okay, with that explained, for example, in idea, why don't we be queen captured? So it means free pawns. Queen takes d4 without idea with threats the rooks here. And without move controls is queen a4. So it means with check. Without check, and with traps the bishops here. So if you move by king's Indian, king f8 here. So it means without queen captured with threats the bishop and queen threats the rooks here. So this is a very dangerous here. So it means we'll try this one. If you queen capture the bishop here, if you queen takes b4 and with queen accepted by rooks, so this is a queens and knight to c3. So after knight c3, because this is a cannot move by queen, so this is a queenless here. So queenless because this is a cannot move of queen because this is a targets by knights, queens, bishops, and rooks here. So this is a very dangerous. So with the queens cannot captured with pawns, this is a targets the knights here. So this is a very dangerous for blacks. So lose for blacks here. So easy wins for whites here. Okay, with that idea with Naka, simplifies castling kingside here. And also queen b3 by Fabi with that idea with disturbance by with targets the bishop here. And with backwards bishop a5 with Naka and also knight c3 and also knight to f5 by Naka. Strong move with that idea with plans knight captured pawns or queen attacks tempos with pawns here. With that explained, for example here, if you try, why don't we queen capture free pawns? And also bishop a3 with pins, with knights, and with also targets the rooks without pins, pinning the rooks or without threats the knights here. So it means, so if you try this one is queen d7. So this is a defense of this one with knights here. So this is a once of this computer, so this is a good examples here. So back there, this one is knight f5 with Naka together without plannings without idea with threatening the pawns and queen threats the pawns here. And also we try this one is bishop a3 with Fabi. This is a bishop a3 disturbance by targets the rooks without idea by threatening the rooks. Rook e8 by Naka with more below with rook e files. And also d5 by Fabi, very strong move here. And also knight d4 by strong move against with Naka. Without knight d4 with plannings with threatening the queen. So without together with attacks the queens. Queen a4 very attacks the bishop. So this is a queen a4 with Fabi. Which belongs to attacks the bishop. And defense by b6 by bishop here. Or maybe the pawns here. And also rook a e1. Together. So first by after rook a e1, so if you capture this pawn, so this is a openings by rook to rook here. So this is a same by challenge by rook to rook. So it means this is a together by examples by positional move. And also bishop d7 by Naka with the threatening the queens together with the attacks the queens. And with backwards Fabi queen d1, c5 by Naka. So this is a very strong move. So Impasat captured or not? With bishop d2 without idea with Fabi here. And without another examples here without explain here. So why don't we capture here? If we capture this, d takes e6. Without capture this pawn, openings the bishop with threatening the rooks here. So this is a diagonals by light square. So if we bishop captured here with bishop takes e6 and bishop captured rook. If a queen takes captured bishop, so this is a before by bishop with threatening the pawns here. So this is a together. If you try this one is more of this one with f3 here. And also bishop captured with openings by rook to rook with rooks. So it means bishop with threatening the rooks here because this is a opening by challenge by rook to rook. If you rook captured accepted with check, queen takes captured, and also rook f2 here, and also with bishop d3. So this is a good explanations, for example. So another, okay, another here, another, wait, okay. So second example, if you emphasize captured here, why don't we d takes c6, emphasize captured, and also bishop captured without challenge by this one with light square with diagonals by bishop to bishop. So if you try by bishop captured here, knight takes captured bishop. So another, so this is a second by explanations, for example. Okay, so back there, this one is without idea with Fabi bishop backwards b2 together with the idea to leave it by emphasize captured, or maybe later by captured here. And also rook b8 with Naka with idea. This is a pinning by rook b5. So this is a pinning together by bishop here. And also pawn to a4 with Fabi, and also a6. Oh wait, I forgot something. So it means so a4. So this is a a4 here with Fabi. So cannot move. So cannot move here because this is cannot move by this one with pawn to b5 because this is a rook c binds. So this is a rook c binds here together by this one with connected the pass pawn with pawn a4. Okay, pawn a4 here and with a6 together by next of this one with pawn to b5 together by continues by attacks this one. And also with more controls is capture this pawn, bishop capture together by with threatening the free pawns. So together by attacks the rooks here. So this is a free pawns here. And also knight to d5. Okay, shield by this one with knight d5 together with defense here. And also queen d6. Okay, this is a very strong move with Naka. Bishop captured, strong move. With a strong move with bishop captured with Fabi, very strong move. Takes with Naka, and also rook e4 together by with attacks the pawns here. So this is a very strong move with attacks here. So this is a continuations. And bishop captured threatening the rooks, or maybe with threats the rooks with pins the bishop together by this one with challenge by rook to rook, openings with rook to rook. In accept by Fabi, rook takes accepted, rook takes, bishop captured, and also bishop b4. So it means so slightly opposite color bishop by opening candidate. So it means remember by this one by women's candidate. So it means so opposite color bishop by between Zhu versus Tan here. So this is a same by opposite color. So today with Naka and Fabi, so it means slightly opposite color bishop here. Okay, so next, so continue by bishop b4 here by Naka, and also h4 with Fabi, and also a5 by Naka, and also d3. So defense by this one with pawns, and also queen to f6, defense of this pawn here with Naka, and also king g2 together by next of queen to f3, because this is a force move by king must be active by proc the active move. And also queen e5. Okay, queen e5 is a together by moves here, or maybe without idea together by this one by next of queen to e2. So this is a challenge by queen to queen. So this is a next move here. And also with queen f3, and also queen f6. With challenge by queen to queen. So it means queen to queen here, and ignorance by Fabi. So without explaining, for example, sir, why don't we queen accepted? It is okay by queen to queen, and also g takes captured with queen. So this is a damage by Agnes pawn structure together with bishop captured sacrifice with check and traps the rooks here. So this is a damage full by Agnes pawn structure. So it means so if you bishop to e4, okay, bishop e4 here with more controls with that idea, bishop captured sacrifice with kings with check, and also with king to g7. So this is a good slightly better for examples here. Okay, so back to this one. This queen g4 ignorance by Fabi, and also bishop c5. So this is a more defensive by double pawn, so does not like of this Naka's computer. So the one's computer, this one is h6 here. So h6 or maybe g6 here. So two types of this one with best move. So this is a good slightly better for two types here. So this is a more of this one with computer engine here. So back there, this one is bishop c5, so does not like with Naka's computer here. And also h5 strong move with Fabi, and h6, so cannot let down this one with Fabi because this is a more control. So it means Naka cannot let down. So this is a h6, and excelente Fabi is rook h1. Oh, so it means rook h1 with Fabi together with controls with an idea to next up backwards queen d1. Second by next move is rook to h4 together by next up this one rook f4 with a threatening of queens here. So this is a plannings here by next up positional move here. Queen g5. What happened with Naka? Without catching by challenge by queen to queen. Another avoided ignorance by Fabi. Why Fabi cannot accept by queen captured here? So it means this is a more of this one with controls here. Queen e7. Wow, what a surprise with Naka by next of queen to e2. What a surprise! Excited by Naka without threatening that challenge by queens here. And also bishop c6. So without move control, so slightly opposite color bishop here. So because cannot accepted by queen to queen because this is a slightly opposite color bishop here. And also rook c8 together by disturbance the bishop, rook e1. Oh, with idea with Fabi because the rook e1 together by threatening the queens because so cannot capture this bishop. So this is a rook threat the queen, so no more queens here. So this is a more of this one with positional move. So this is a good interesting by solid move here. And also queen c7 with Naka together with the threatening the bishop here because this is a queens behind the rooks here. And with bishop d5 with Fabi here, and also king f8, queen g4, and also rook to d8 with Naka. So it means this is a sacrifice the bishop. Defense queen e4, and also king g8 with Naka, and also queen f5, queen d7. Oh. So it means excited by Naka with challenge by queen to queen. Another ignorance by Fabi. Why don't we try cannot queen captured accepted? It's okay because the Fabi cannot capture. This is a ignorance here. Rook f8 with Naka, rook e5. Oh, so it means because together by this one by next of rook to f5 with a threatening by this one with pawns. So this is a more controls with next of this move here. Bishop d6. Okay, Naka is bishop d6 with a threatening of disturbance the temples attacks the rooks because this is a with dark square here. So opposite color bishop here. So this is a right square with bishop, white bishop, and bad bishop by dark square here. So slightly opposite color bishop here. And also rook f5. Oh, so very strong move here. So together by good differentiate here. And also queen e7. Okay, queen e7 by Naka. And also queen g4. Ah, queen g4. So this is a good determinations here. Bishop e5 with Naka. Rook backwards f3. And also bishop to f6. So I forgot something. So it means so rook backwards f3 here together by this one with next of this one with queen to e4. Okay, queen e4. That's good. Okay, together by this one with by next of this one with bishop to e4 by next of queen to f5 together by coming by mating net here. Without upcoming by mating net. So this is a next of this one with plannings here. So let's continue. Rook f3, bishop to f6 with naka, rook f4. So it means because rook f4 without idea with plannings with rook to e4 together with threatening the queens, because this is a more ideas with Fabi here. And also queen da, so no more by rook to e4 because this is a backwards here by idea with plannings with Naka here. And also bishop to e4, so together by this one with that idea with next up this one with queen f5 with upcoming by threatening mating net here. So this is a upcoming by mating net. And also rook e8 with Naka, rook f5. Why don't we queen to f5? So it means with check. Without idea. So this is a before with rook backwards, so no more by threatening by mating net here. So this is a with plannings idea with Naka, so cannot his lose with Nakamura here. So next move is rook f5 here with Fabi, queen d7. Without idea by pin. So pinning that by this one with pins by challenge by queen to queen. So excited by Naka. Queen f4, okay. And also bishop g5 threatening the queens. Backwards by queens with Fabi. And also queen c7. Okay. So the first guessing puzzle, what do you think about the one's computer GM Fabiano Caruana? Brilliant move. With captured here, strong of this evaluation bar. So first guessing puzzle. So waiting for a couple of seconds and continue for that. Start. Thank you so much here and congrats for everyone. Rook captured pawn, sacrifice the rook. The Gotham chess. So it means rook captured f7. What a brilliant sacrifice. Perfect captured by GM Fabiano. So look at evaluation bar. So this is a very highest here. So it means if you queen captured rook, so it means pin the bishop to d5. So this is a pinning the with controls here. With an idea with Naka, queen captured sacrifice, pin, excelente, bishop d5 with Fabi. So cannot captured by accepted queen to queen because this is a target spin with kings. So be careful. So do not captured with queen to queen. This is a more targets here with bishop. So this is a excelente here. So it means so slightly opposite color bishop here. So slightly opposite color. And also by this one is rook e6. So this is a shield protects here. And also another excelente queen g4 with Fabi. So this is a very this is a more of this one with pins by rooks here. Because the bishop is doubled by this one by rooks and queens with check, because this is a move side this one with queen here. And with idea with Naka is king f8. Okay, king f8 here. And bishop captured. Cannot captured with bishop. Cannot captured with queen captured bishop. This is a targets here, the queens here. So it means with that idea Naka, queen e8. So this is a opposite color bishop here. So slightly opposite color bishop here. And also with bishop d7 together with threatening the queens, queen a8 check, king g1 by Fabi, and also bishop f6 with Naka, queen e6. Very strong move again with Fabi. So this is a very strong move here. Together with that idea with queens threatening the pawns here. So threats the pawns, so this is a more controls here with tempest attacks. And also, queen d8, defense of this one with pawns. Bishop c6. And also, queen e7. My god, so this is a very excited by Nakamura. So challenge queen to queen. Does not like by this one queen to queen. Avoided queen c8 check. Queen d8, another challenge by threats by Naka. Another does not like. Avoided here. So Fabi avoided. So does not like a queen captured accepted. Bishop e5. Bishop d5. Oh, without idea, with plannings, without idea by threatening by mating net. So it means with queen f7, threatening by check, threatening mating nets because this is a bishop here. And also, queen c7. What happened with Naka? Excited by queen to queen? With challenge queen to queen. Does not like good move check. King e7. Queen g8. Oh, without idea with threatening by. With queen to f7 with check. So this is a more checks here. And also, king d6 by Naka. Bishop e4. So this is a bishop e4 by movement without idea. With next up queen d5 with check. So does not like of this bishop e4. So the ones computed the best is bishop here, bishop f3, or second queen to f8 with check. So this is a check here. So this is a 2 types by best move here. By next up this one with bishop to e4 with Fabi, king e7, bad move. So the best move this one is king to c5. So king c5 here. So this is a good slightly better here for blacks here. Okay, back there this one is king to e7 by Naka, bishop to g6 by Fabi, together by queen to f7 with check here. So this is a check by with dangerous here. And also bishop f6, queen f7 check, king d6. Oh my god, opening by queen to queen. Avoided with check here with Fabi, king e7, bishop f5. Oh, by Fabi with the next by queen to e6 with check. So this is a check here. By next of this one with check here. Okay, without check. Bishop to e5. Oh, without bishop e5. So this is a below evolution bar. Plus highest evolution bar with Fabi. So does not like of this computer. So the one's computer, the best move is queen to d6 here. Challenged by queen to queen here. If you avoided here queen b7 with check and king f8. King f8 and bishop to g6, upcoming by threatening mating net here with queens with check here. So this is a good slightly better for blacks, and white's good advantage here. The bishop e5 with Naka here, and also pawn f4 without idea, threatening the bishop with backwards by Naka, bishop f6, king g2. So this is a force move with Fabi by next up. With force by king must be active, king f3. So king f3 or maybe king to e4. So this is a next move here by kings. Queen d6. This is a impression by Naka. So this is a challenge by queen to queen. Avoided with check again with queen b7 check. King f8. Okay, king f8 here. Or maybe we'll dot next by this one with ideas with bishop to g6 with upcoming by mating net here. So this is a upcoming mating net. And also king f3, queen e7. What happened? So challenge by queen to queen. Oh, what a surprise by Bobby. So it means that, so this is a challenge queen to queen. Inaccept by Naka, queen takes, captured. So slightly opposite color bishop. So slightly opposite. So opposite color bishop here. and also bishop to e7, e5. Beware. So warning. So do not buy move here by with promotes here because this is a king. So this is a tempos attacks here. So be careful. So do not move up this one with promotes here with black pieces. Together by e5 by Fabi, bishop to b4, and also bishop d3 by Fabi, bishop to e1. So this is a movement by this one with Naka, and also g4, king to e7, king e4, bishop to g3, f5 bad move by Fabi. So this is a question mark, so does not like of this computer. So the one's computer, the best is pawn to g5. So if you capture this pawn, f takes captured, and also g6 here, and also h6. So upcoming by promotes the queen's easy, wins for whites here. So back there, this one is f5 by Fabi, king d7. What happened by Naka? Nothing special here. So this is a worst move by bad move. So the best move is bishop to h4. What is miss move by Naka? So this is a h4 here. So it means bad move by king d7 here. So this is a king d7. So this is a precise here. So not precise here by Naka. King d5, bishop h4, late move again. So Naka, this is a late move. Bishop h4. And also f6 with attacks the pawns, another bad move by Fabi. So the best move this one, no need by this one, king captured eating pawns here. So king captured d4. So slightly better here for whites here. So back there is f6, captured, e6, good move. Check. King e7, another against by bad move. What happened by Naka here? So the need more best, this one is king to c7. So king c7 is a right move here by computer here. So this is a good, slightly better here. Okay, back there, this one is king c7, king e7. Okay, king e7 here by Naka. And another excellent king c6 with the pressures by attacks the pawns here. Together with empty by this one with pawns here. And also with king captured pawn, king takes, attacks the pawns. Bishop e1 defense by Naka. And c5 by Fabi. So resigns by Nakamura here. So why he resigns? Because, for example, if you king e5 only move by Naka, and also c6, so if you catch by d6 here, and also with c7, and if you e5 with more controls by promotes by c8 queen, fatal, so unstoppable by this one, game over for blacks here. So this is a wins for whites. Okay, so GM Fabiano Caruana wins against round number 1. So it means, so this is a I'm not the this is a not by final results because the almost by this one by round number 1 to 4 here. So I will continue with analyze here between by women's candidates by Divya Deshmukh versus by Vaishali here with round number 2. So I hope of this part of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mark Logan 17, aka Icon Mark 17. Have a good day, keep safe, and keep updates of this next chess updates. Bye bye.